that's about the extent of my Romanian. Image. Hey, of course. See, that's me. That's me in the sun, this is me indoors. Not quite the same. Let me come back to some of the topics that have just been covered, because we just heard about the problems with big data growing bigger at a phenomenal rate. We heard about artificial intelligence, we've heard about all these wonderful things and the problems that it's going to encounter. I'd like to come back to some of the basics. Because you see, one of the big challenges for me today is the global conflict between artificial intelligence and natural stupidity. And so I'd like to come back and talk about some of the more basic things. First of all, I need to thank these people, because these people here have paid for me to be here and to visit a lovely town. So, sorry about my logo overlapping this one. I hope you don't mind. Right. We are working today in an extremely competitive environment. You in particular, Romanian IT people, are facing an enormous challenge. People send their outsourcing to Romania because you're so cheap. You're much cheaper than German engineers or American engineers. So we'll send it to you and you can do good work. Unfortunately, IT has really caught on in Romania. And you have got more and more companies coming out and you are getting more and more expensive. And the cheap factor is no longer yours. If I want cheap IT development, I can go to all kinds of other places. I can go to Poland, I can go to Ukraine. The French are starting to move now towards Tunisia for IT outsourcing. India has failed. They were the big outsourcing center a few years ago. More and more companies are disappointed with what they're getting back from India and are busy looking for other sources. If you want to survive, you need to provide extraordinary quality. You need to provide quality that will force people to come to you to get solutions. Cheap is no longer play. So I want to deliver world-class quality products and services. I want to be recognized as the best there is in the world. If I need to do that, what do I need to provide? We often, when talking about quality and improvement and so on, we use this triangle of people, process, technology, and it's explained as the three legs of a stool, and if one is not the same size, you will fall over. In fact, what is important here on this triangle are the arrows. The technology is there to support the process, to facilitate the process, and most important, to support the people. The process is there to work with the technology, and most important, to support the people. If you are deploying a process that does not make your life easier, you are failing. If your process has got a greater cost than a value, you are creating bureaucracy. That is not your business. Your business is not to create a bureaucracy. You pay a government to do that, and they will create more bureaucracy than you can. The key element here is the people. Process does not produce quality. Technology does not produce quality, people produce quality. No matter how far ahead you go into artificial intelligence and all the other stuff, it only makes sense if it is being used correctly by the people. Now, I've got about 40 years experience in IT, and I have certainly identified one key factor in successful teams and companies. And that is that every time I meet a team that is producing quality, the people in the team are happy. They're having fun together. They're enjoying each other's company. Happy people are more productive and more creative. Now, I agree there is a discussion. Are you happy because you're productive and creative, or are you productive and creative because you're happy? I have my theory on this, and I believe that you need to be happy in work if you're going to produce good results. If you're spending your time complaining, you are never going to produce quality products. So the challenge is, can I take unhappy people, can I make them happy? This started off originally, this presentation, as a live workshop where I had some of the most intelligent people I know feeding into this. While I was writing and drawing on workshops. Question is, if I want my people to be happy, what do I do? Number one, I need to provide a living wage. A living wage, it's not minimum wage, it is enough for you to live comfortably, to pay your rent, to be able to bring up a family with only one job, to pay your taxes without overly worrying. If I want you to be happy at work, I need you to have the resources, the tools you need in order to do your job. And I need you to have the knowledge you need in order to do your job. Within IT, we spend a lot of time in training. We've wasted a lot of money in training. We have forgotten educating, but that's another issue I'm going to talk about today. Actually, I am at 2 o'clock in a different session. If you're going to be happy at work, you need some level of continuity. Thank you. International Hotel projector needs to be revisited. What's happening next? Why are so many projects running out of time and going over budget? There is a psychological reason for that, and that is the fact that you don't have continuity. As long as I am working on this project and I have not delivered the final product, I have a job. If I can provide you continuity and tell you that after this project you're going to work on something else which has not yet got into the deep shit you're in today, that's good. Okay, now we're struggling. As soon as I finish, I've got a clean slate, I can start a new project which is still in good condition. I need stability. I worked in a company that did not produce anything for 3 years. We didn't produce anything for 3 years. We called in some very big name consultant group who came in and spoke to people and told management the reason you haven't produced anything for 3 years is because you keep on reorganizing and people don't know where they are, who they're working for, what they're supposed to be doing. And management reacted as you would expect. What did they do? They reorganized. I need a plan. I need to understand how the task I am doing today fits into the global picture. I need a plan that will help me understand who is waiting for me. Who is waiting for me to finish this so that we can deliver on time later on? I need a methodology. Oh, I know, I started off this presentation by saying process is not the solution. Now I'm saying we need a methodology. The idea of the methodology is that it is somewhere I can turn when I'm lost. Where can I go to find the next step, what I need to do next? I want to see what I am creating. I worked for a train manufacturer. Not many of those around. And one thing the engineers told me when I asked them about job satisfaction, they all said, you know, when I am standing on the platform with my little boy and the train pulls in and I say, you see that wheel? I designed that. I created that wheel. That gives you satisfaction. Get out of your local job, see the final product. I need vision. I go into companies, I ask management, what's your objective? Where are you going to be in 5, 10, 20 years' time? Why are your people going to come to you and not to your competition? Most CEOs cannot answer the question. They believe things will continue the way they are. They won't. Someone's about to break your universe. There's a new product coming out that's going to smash everything. I need a work environment that facilitates me doing my job. Since the 1980s, we have got the data, we have got the measurement, they've been proven again and again and again. An open plan office costs you between 25 and 30% of your productivity because you're continuously being interrupted. Open plan offices are the most expensive waste of money you can possibly have. The only people who benefit from an open plan office are those bizarre people who are continuously moving teams around and changing the desks from one side to the other for no apparent reason. You need an environment that allows you to focus, to concentrate, and to do their job. Open plan offices go back to factories. That was the idea behind it. I need leadership. Oh, by the way, big confusion, leadership and management, two completely separate things. Leadership is someone you want to follow. Management is someone you have to obey. If you are in a company that has only managers and no leaders, you won't go anywhere. If you're in a company that has only leaders and no managers, you will go anywhere. I want respect. You are good at your job, you're doing it well, that's what I want. And I don't care if you are male or female or black or Vietnamese or whatever, or gay or straight, not my problem. You are here to do a job. And I respect you for doing your job correctly. I want team spirit. And by team spirit, I don't just mean the people I'm working with every day. I mean, I want my management to feel that they're part of the same team. I want my customer to feel. You, your customer and your managers all have the same objective. Produce the product as good, as fast, and as cheap as possible. So get into line with the team. I want support. One basic characteristic of humans is we make mistakes. We make mistakes every day, we make mistakes every hour. Because we make mistakes, I need a no-blame culture. I need to be a team that will support me when I fail, that will help me move on. Making mistakes is human. Covering and hiding your mistakes is diabolical. That is the unforgivable sin. I want control. You've probably all heard of Toyota factories with their famous red button, which is the button that's extremely important still. If you see things are going wrong, you need to be able to stop the machine. You need to be able to stop and get it fixed as quickly as possible. Similar to that, I want a voice. I got into trouble very early on in my career because I would go up to my senior management and say, I'm concerned, there's a risk, this isn't working, I'm seeing this possibility. And my manager used to tell me to shut up and go back to write code. He would run the company. Okay? However, I did notice he was hearing what I was saying and very often implemented something in the following days. So I continued doing it. Creating trouble is fun. I want recognition. Recognition for a job well done. And this is a challenge. This is a challenge. I worked recently in a company where recognition was given to a development team that produced and delivered a product on time. And they were celebrated, and a big party was given, and they were all given a weekend holiday in Spain in recognition for having delivered on time. The front-end service desk and maintenance people were all working 18 hours a day to try and fix the shit that had been delivered, but it had been delivered on time. I want recognition for a job well done. Not just for any job that happens to work. I want feedback. If you have an annual performance review in our company, let me tell you straight on, it should be abolished. The annual performance review is a soul-destroying, destructive, negative approach. The idea of the annual performance review is that I'm going to spend a week looking up everything I've done over the past year to tell management what a great guy I am and I need more money. Meanwhile, my manager has looked up every mistake I've made over the past year and is there to shoot me down and tell me I'm lucky to still have a job. And then we will argue for a few minutes and finally agree on a salary that has been agreed previously in the management's budget meeting. The whole thing is bullshit, except it demoralizes everybody involved. I need trust. Trust is a critical component. I need to trust my management, and I need to know that my management trusts me. And the way to do that is start by trusting. Someone's doing something terrible like that. Okay. Start by trusting so that you can be trusted. I need the right level of stress. Yes, you need stress in your work if you want to do it properly, if you want to be happy. If you belong to a tennis club where you always win and never lose a game, you won't stay very long. If you belong to a tennis club where you always lose and never win anything, you won't stay very long. I just need to continuously be stretched a little bit. I always need to be given challenges that appear to be just outside of my reach so that I can grow. I need empowerment. Once I've got all these things implemented, I need to have the freedom to do my job within this framework. This is not new. Let me go back a few years. Some of you may have heard of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The basic principle was saying that your basic needs are your needs of survival. Breathing, eating, basic. If this is not satisfied, nothing else matters. Once this is satisfied, we start looking at safety. Okay? Safety of body, safety of family. If that is not satisfied, nothing else matters. But if it is, Then I can start looking at belonging, community, team, somehow family, intimacy. All these things are now coming into play. And then the next level is esteem. Am I recognized? Am I self-esteem, confidence, are my achievements being recognized so that I can finally move up to the level of actual self-actualization? The characteristics of self-actualization: creativity, problem-solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. These are things that are critical if you're going to do a good job. How does this translate into the work environment? The physiological needs: you need the resources, the tools, and the knowledge to do your job. If you've got that, we can move on to the next level, which is your safety needs, where I have got continuity, I've got a methodology, I've got stability. I know that I will still have a job next week. Then we move to belonging. I have got leadership, team, environment, and belonging. I've got a shared vision of where we are going and what our future is going to show us. Then, esteem. I am listened to, I am recognized, I am accepted. And finally, the self-actualization level, which is trust, feedback, right level of stress, and empowerment. So the question is, are you happy in your work environment? And if you are happy in your work environment, then you can work intelligently. Making very brief explanations of what I mean by working intelligently. This is the way every company starts off. I have an idea, I put plans, I do some work, and I deliver something. That's great if you are a startup company with 2 or 3 people, but very soon you realize you need to measure the work in order to be able to replan and to re-examine what is going on. And then you can start growing. And then as you've got these measurements, we can move on to the next phase, which is to improve. I'm now beginning to understand what I did wrong in my original plans, and I can use my progress measurements in order to plan more effectively next time and to do a better job on it. Then stuff happens. Things happen outside here. We discover new things. We identify risks. And because some people don't understand that they are positive and negative risks, we have got opportunities. Opportunities to build more stuff. This gives me a nice little graphic with 4 triangles. These 4 triangles, interestingly enough, correspond to the traditional concept of the brain structure as to what happens well. In other words, what I am asking you to do when I say work intelligently is do whole brain work. What does whole brain thinking mean? Well, whole brain thinking is critical. It is the point in which you decide how you are going to react to things happening to you. How do you react to the stimuli of the world? And that, according to one of my heroes, Viktor Frankl, is the last freedom you have. That is the one thing no one can take away from you, and so you need to preserve it and you need to use it. Now, obviously, our company isn't perfect. If it was perfect, it wouldn't be here. It would be in some sunny place, enjoying a drink with coconut in it. So if I want to implement change, if I want to move forward, I need to work on the whole brain aspect. I need to understand your rational and your responsive approach to things. I need to focus on both of those. I also need to focus on your reflective and your reactive approach. Let me give you an example. I would like to be healthier than I am. So, I accept the fact that I need to exercise more. I accept the fact that I need to do something about it, but I don't do anything. So the next phase is I'm given the ability. I have got gyms nearby me. I had a bicycle that got stolen and vandalized recently, but apart from that, I've got gyms, I can go for walks, I can go cycling, I can do all kinds of things, and yet I don't. So we come down to this area, the aspiration. You know, I'd love to have the body of an underwear model. Except I can't afford an underwear model, and I've given up on myself. I'd like to have it, and yet I'm still not doing something. Because the key element here which completes it is the attitude. The attitude is your spontaneous reaction to things. It is how do you react? And this is what we need to focus on. If you want to improve your company, you need to persuade everyone to follow these 4 aspects. How does this fit in with my previous bits? Well, if you don't have the key elements in place, you will fail. And the biggest one, the most important one, the attitude one, is leadership. If you don't have the leadership, if you have got the kind of manager who tells you to do something but exempts themselves, you're not going to believe them. Okay? If your doctor is obese and heavy smoking, it doesn't matter that they say you have to make an effort because they're not doing it. You need the leadership, you need to believe in your leaders, you need to want to follow them. Thank you.